I don't mind.
Hey, okay, welcome. This is the MEyou Podcast, joining me and Tomo. Unfortunately, this week we ain't got anyone else, so we're just going to be talking to each other. And
Unfortunately for everyone that watches this, yes. Unfortunately for everyone, it's just me and you.
yeah, and we're literally just shit talking for this one.
Yeah, that's how we do it. But no, not just shit talking though, because like genuinely did go to some gigs, so fucking had some times personally. Like,
yeah, we've still got some things to talk about. We'll make this one a shorter episode, but we've definitely got some things to talk about. Yeah, so let's just start off with because you actually have some things to talk about. What do you want to who'd you see this week?
Well, I mean, it was like not the Friday, just one before that. I saw Helpless, and that's just like math grind galore. Like it's just like you cannot get away from this like aggressive wall of noise. But it's just like I have to put it into perspective. Right, there's two people there that I spoke with. Okay, one guy was 17. All right, and goes to college in London and all this stuff, but lives in like, Kent ways, all this like really interesting stuff, right?
Yeah.
And me and him just start talking, and it's like, yeah, this is cool. And then this dude's like stood behind my wheelchair, just like on his own, and he kind of just goes, "Do you mind if the conversation?" And like it was really nice because me and this young person had just met, and we were having a nice chat. And this guy just felt able to just go, "Do you mind if I join you?" Do you know, like that?
That's quite
It's
nice.
nice. It's different. Yeah. Like and then we ended up having this big conversation of like someone who's 17, I'm 27, this guy was 41. So you've got like just years and years gaps between, and like all this life experience and stuff. Like it was really good. And the older guy had never come to the venue before. He never listened to that music before, and he'd gone through something that night, and he just said that the music felt right for how he was feeling.
I suppose a lot of people nowadays are starting to feel that as well. So a lot more people, like, I mean, metal right now is actually starting to boom. It's getting a bit more traction.
I mean, it has,
It's really started getting more traction now.
Yeah, it has got its bits, doesn't it? Yeah. It's brilliant because I mean that show was quite small, I guess. Like it was a New Crossing, like East London. It has like quite a nice venue. Like it's decent now. Like they've done a lot with it, and it's definitely somewhere.
What venue did you see it at?
New Cross Inn. That was what I was just saying.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So, like, it's one that Tech Habilitation was at a couple times. I think they did it twice there.
Okay, cool.
But now like Tech Habilitation's now in Derby, so it's like in the middle of the country, so that everyone can just get to it quite easily.
Like when you think about how much like music can be used,
it was quite a small show, but like you could see like, sorry.
That's all right. Sorry, you.
It's right. It was a small show, but like the community was there, even if they didn't know each other. Everyone was in there for that thing, and everyone was in there having fun. There was big mosh, like madness happening, and it was like everyone was having a good time. Helpless are a great band. I would highly recommend them. Really nice people too. Like I met Dan. I had a good chat with him. But no, they were great. And then last night, man, fuck it, hell. Last night was something else, mate. Like, have you heard Exist Immortal's new album yet, or not?
Nah, it's already released.
Yeah.
Is it? What's it
Yeah.
called? Hold up.
Is it called Flare, or am I crazy? That's just one of the tracks.
It's self-titled.
Oh, that was it. Self-titled. Yeah. So.
Oh shit! No, I have not seen
Exist Immortals.
I heard the single they released for it already, but
I think they released
Emerge,
2 or 3.
they released 2 by the looks of it. Yeah, Flare and Emerge. I don't know if I've listened to Flare. Oh yeah.
What?
But that's like more material for me for like tomorrow.
Yeah. Man, it's a. See, did you hear any of the EPs beforehand? Like,
I've listened to. I have to actually look, so I don't even know off the top of my head for these guys. I've listened to Breathe. I'm pretty sure I haven't heard their other 2 albums.
okay, yeah, they've got. Hold on, they've got. I think
They've got
3
albums now.
4 albums. Okay, 4 albums now, and then a good 3 or 4 EPs as well.
Yeah. Looks like 5 EPs actually.
5, yeah.
Could be wrong.
They put the work in, man. They really do. And it was brilliant. The amount of it was. I think it was sold out online before the show, but there was like a couple of tickets on the door.
No, they've grown quite a lot.
Well, we sold out when I did merch for them in 2016, 6 years ago. We sold out the Black Heart then.
Oh yeah, nice.
Yeah, like they are consistent. That's the thing with Exist Immortal, is they are just always good, always getting better, but always keeping everyone in the loop.
So how's the new album?
It's good, man. Really good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
all right, I'll put it on my watch list and listen to it tomorrow.
I'd love to. Yeah, I'd love to hear your thoughts on it, man, for sure. And anyone else that's listening to this that hasn't heard it, just throw the thoughts down in the comments. Why not? I know we've got a couple of listeners now, which is nice. Yeah, I've got to appreciate the people that do.
Yeah. Like on top of that, it's quite cool to have like an interest for people that want to come on and join us already. It'd be cool to get more people just to even just talk stuff with them, just have kind of enjoy ourselves a bit more and get more connected with the music industry as well.
Yeah, man.
There's some incredible musicians out there these days, and it's just so nice to even connect with them.
Exactly. It's not even just musicians, is it? It's artists. We love art, and we've always tried to support artists with getting our logos done and trying to get our artwork done in places, where we can.
Yeah. Do you remember that Trivium? One of the guys from Trivium album that I sent you.
Is this the black metal one?
It's kind of black metal. It's something else, man. I can't remember what it's called, and I can't remember the guy's name or anything about it, which is kind of annoying because I don't know which guy it is. I'm trying to find it now.
Well, it's Matt. It's Matt.
Is it Matt Heafy? Yeah, you might have given himself a different name though.
Yeah, but it's like itchy or something, I think.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? Oh, he's got a lot of work going, doesn't he?
He's Japanese. He's half Japanese. He's half Japanese, so that's where all that kind of comes from.
But oh my God, it's incredible. It is so unbelievably good. That album, I was just not expecting that. It's not like Trivium's other stuff. It's something else.
No. Have you noticed who is featuring on it?
I can't remember who is featuring on it. I think
So
I know what it is.
the features are Isan, okay? I believe that's how it's said, but
Yeah.
Isan is like a black metal guy, okay?
Yeah.
But one of the other features is Gerard Way from My Chemical
Oh,
Romance.
no way. Oh, that's hilarious.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like, you know, like,
I mean, like, I've searched for some. I'm still not finding the guy. The stuff that came up from Matt Heafy was Ibaraki. Don't know if I'm saying that right.
that's it. That's it. That's the one.
Was that the one I sent you?
I don't know, but that's the one that I'm on about.
Okay, if that's the one that I heard, that was incredible.
I'm pretty sure it is, man. I'm
I
pretty
was
sure it
so
is.
shocked. I was so shocked.
I
It was
I
incredible.
was shocked at the I saw the adverts coming up for it saying featuring Gerard Way and Isan, and I was like, what the absolute madness is this?
Yeah,
Fair
that's
play to him though. Like,
what a collab. What a collab. It's such an
well,
extreme
he
difference
works,
going from for
you know,
Gerard Way as well. Going from
that's it.
Trivium to collab with Gerard Way. That, like, good for them. Good for them. Well, why not?
And not just like a collab, but something so different from either of their backgrounds.
Yeah.
But I guess, man, that's kind of what we do in a way. You know, we've you know, think about where you were when we were at college, and you were just like Radiohead.
Oh, I think before I even heard Radiohead in college, and I was listening to like either indie rock or old blues, and if I like some like really old school traditional jazz, like really random, and then
Yeah.
I started to get into like rock and alt rock, and then kind of like grungy stuff, and then Radiohead, and Radiohead's like its own thing. It kind of takes over, and it's addictive. Everyone knows Radiohead can be quite addictive, and I've broken from it now though. Like, I can't really listen to much Radiohead these days because I've overdone it so hard, and now I'm just in that.
But you can enjoy the odd tune.
Yeah,
You
I can
enjoy
enjoy it a
the
little
odd
bit.
track.
Yeah, I still enjoy it. Like, I'm not like they're incredible. They're still incredible. I just like overplayed them massively.
Dude, I feel that.
And now I just
feel
like
that.
kind of get way more enjoyment now from actually discovering music. I find it so much more enjoyable to find a new album, which is incredible, rather than just listen to the same incredible album, trying to get that same nostalgic feeling as the first time I listened to it. You know, there's actually sometimes I still play like even like I'll still play the odd like maybe indie song or alt song, or you know, even classics rock song. I'll play some different genres, but I like them ones sometimes because I can sing to it because I know the lyrics just growing up listening to it. So sometimes I'll just sing these songs instinctively just because I don't know it. It makes me feel happy being able to sing. But then nowadays I'm learning lyrics that are like quite a lot more heavy music. And so now I spend a lot of time at my day job just like practicing screaming because I'm like on my own most of the time. So I'm like, oh yeah, I'll play some heavy music and just kind of practice trying to get them vocals down with it.
Get a bit of Rivers of Nile in you, get a bit of Conjurer in you, just, you know, get that good stuff, like get it going. No, it's been a fun journey with you. Like, you know, I think, what was our first gig? Was it the Hell? Was it the Hell?
Nah, our first gig was actually at Crania.
A Crania and Desolated. You thinking that was the first one?
Gig. It was, yeah. Because I just remember just hearing a few Crania songs. I was like, this is insanity. Like, it's so good because of how crazy it is. And then you were just like, bro, they're playing live, like so close. Like, we should just go. I was like, yeah, why not?
Yeah.
And I wasn't expecting that. It was extreme, but it was so good. That kind of like instantly kicked me off into metal because I didn't even listen to like gentle metal before that. I didn't go metal or anything. I just went straight from like Radiohead and super old school rock and blues,
like
and
slamming
jazz,
deathcore,
and then just slamming deathcore straight
slamming
after.
deathcore,
Whoa, like it hits on another level.
and then we and then we went to the hell afterwards, which is just like comedy hardcore. They all had two strings on their fucking instruments, man.
That was, and they actually, for merchandise, they had like cassette tapes of their music. They had lunch boxes. They had like school starter kits, like a backpack, pencil case, sharpeners, all branded for the like possibly most offensive band in England.
It's the motherfucking hell, you dick.
Yeah. Man, they're hilarious.
Dude,
they were hilarious.
Dude,
they put on a good show.
Do you remember, right? They did. But do you remember at the Acrania one, when we watched Acrania, we went out for a smoke, grabbed a drink, came back in to Desolated.
We couldn't even get in.
No,
we were
no.
stuck by the
Do you not
merch
remember?
store, man.
No,
because there's like the wall of death and everything. The guy's holding on from the beams.
No. The guy holding on from the beam was the Hell gig.
Oh,
that was the Hell gig. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Desolated. We came in, and you might remember it now, but there was one guy who clotheslined the entire crowd as we came in.
Oh yeah.
He just he fell into one person, domino affected everyone, and it was just like everyone was just laughing, having a good time. Yeah. Like, yeah,
man, you get that's it can be funny, but sometimes there can be one thing that really puts it down on the gigs, because like you want to go there, get like a release, and have a good time, but you don't actually expect to just randomly be swung for while listening to a gig.
Well, yeah, this is the thing that I will say, right, is that Desolated show that we went to was the kindest, most humorous hardcore people I've ever met. I have seen and experienced people like, I had that one guy during I Declare War that decided that he was going to target me, and he came up, got my head locked down, and started like elbowing the back of my neck.
Jesus.
Yeah. And then
when you say something like that, it can put a lot of people off going to a gig, but the reality of it, it's not that common for that to happen.
That guy was not right in the head. Okay. That was not, that is not a normal thing. That will near enough never happen. I've been to hundreds of gigs. Hundreds.
Yeah.
Like, that has happened one time.
They've been to thousands of gigs, bro.
I don't know.
Like, hundreds is an understatement. It's probably about like 60 to 70,000 gigs at this point. You've like been to like, I don't know, 10 gigs a day for the past like 20 years.
I don't know, man. Like,
you were born in a gig. Right?
Let me think. I've been going to gigs. What was that?
I said you were born in a gig, weren't you?
Probably. But no, I've been going to gigs since I was like 13 years old. I've been going. So 14 years I've been going to gigs.
That's actually a really good thing to have a discussion on. Because you're a very much a frequent gig goer. So what would you say, like what all right, so let's step up there. But yeah, so going back, the question there for you was about the gigs, and when you're going to gigs, like what kind of benefit do you feel, like what draws you back to going to gigs?
That's a massive question, man.
Yeah, it's a big one,
just like like it's so many things. It's so many things that, like, it could be your friends are playing the gig and you want to support them. They might be headlining a show, they might be playing first, and you want to support either way. And if you're going to a band like Exist and Mortal that I've known for so long, and they're headlining a show, if I'd been able-bodied not in the wheelchair, not having all this crap at the moment, I would have been there for the whole night. You know, I've got to look after me right now, so I had to just go for them. And it was the same with Helpless, which is fine. You just have to recognize that if you're able, get there as soon as you can, because every band on that night needs something. And as a consumer of music, every single person is a consumer of music, whether they want to be or not. There's music around them, yeah. So if you think about music or enjoy music, you should be there for as much of the time as you are able to be there. What brings me back is people, is the enjoyment of music, the atmosphere, there's too many things to really pick on properly. But yeah, community is a big thing. Recognizing people into a community who are new, all of these things, all of these human connections are what really need to be there.
Nice. Yeah, I
That's
feel
really
like
all I
there's
got.
I mean, for the band themselves, live performances is probably one of the biggest income for most bands anyway. So
I wouldn't say live performance. I would say the merchandise sales that you can get at a live performance.
Okay. But still, it's a shoot. Like if people aren't going to shows, then they're definitely not buying the merch at other shows, are they? So it's still kind of
but
you need one to do the other.
But they can buy merch online.
Yeah, that's true. You can still get some merch online. Yeah. But yeah, it's still definitely. On top of that, it's more for like a consumer, because for you actually get to go and experience it. You get to have that enjoyment of watching a show. Plus, you get to discover new music. I would go to a show to watch the main band. That's why I'm going there. But hey, I could discover some really cool bands by going at a different time. And live's always way different to audio. Well, not always, but a good amount of time, it can be such a different experience.
A really good point from that is that band that you were on about earlier with the guy hanging from the thing.
Yeah.
Feed the Rhino.
Feed the Rhino. Yeah.
We don't like that on record, do we? Or I didn't personally.
Yeah.
But live,
that was insane.
Wow.
What a performance. It was incredible. I went from there to even go and listen to their music. I didn't like it, but it was the fact that I went to listen to it because I saw them online. But no, I saw them at the show. And so I was like, oh, yo, I want to see what this is about. That was so hyped there. And if someone came up to me and they're like, yo, I got 2 tickets to Feed the Rhino. Do you want to come with me? I'm going. Of course I'm going.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good time. I don't even know their music, but great performance. So why not? And actually, that was a long time ago. So they could have wrote some amazing music since then. I've never looked them up.
I'm going to say it's sad that I think they have actually disbanded, but I'm not 100% sure on that.
Going back actually, just to say, it is that Ibaraki album that I was talking about. When we disconnected, I quickly checked.
Yeah,
bro, you got to see it. That Rashomon album. I don't know how to say any of this stuff. I'll add a link to it for any listeners so that you can find it, because I recommend it to everyone. It was not what I was expecting. It's super prog, super adventurous, and lots of grind elements in there. It was just throwing so much at you.
Maybe you could put 3 links in for this one. You could put that one. You could put Helpless new album, because they deserve something. Okay, I think it's Helpless Caged in Gold. Okay.
Yep, just got to hear you.
And then they've got an old album too, but this is incredible. And then you could do Exist the Mortals album too, man. That would be lovely. And just to say, look, these are some musics to listen to,
Yeah, that's a good idea. I'll include them. I'll check the other 2 out as well.
Yeah, man.
catch up on it. As a little quick thing, I thought maybe for this week we could maybe give a little share of your little single that you've just released recently, and have a little playback of it.
Oh well. Yeah, thank you, man. Well, I mean, should we say why it's there? Should we give a bit of?
Yeah, give us some, like, tell us about it. So the title for it is Time, Pain, Growth, Shame. So far as all I'm aware is that it's on Bandcamp. I can't see it on any other platform so far.
It's only on Bandcamp until the 31st of October, and then it's going to go off of Bandcamp.
Oh, okay. So it's a real quick one.
If people want to buy this, they've got to buy it now.
You get it forever. You get it forever if you buy it.
If you don't buy it,
yeah,
it's not going to be there. But
why didn't you put that when you shared it? Why didn't you say that before?
A lot of reasons, man. A lot of reasons. Okay, because I'm not here like trying to beg people to buy my shit. Okay.
Yeah.
That's all it is. Like, if people want to buy it, it's up to them to buy it. It's up to them to figure out whether they want to buy it or not. It's gonna go off of Bandcamp and hopefully go off onto Spotify and Apple, but I've got to sort that out at some point. And then I will probably re-release it with an EP.
Okay.
And maybe come around some physical copies or something like that.
Yeah, that's cool. I'll tell you,
that's the idea.
Because sorry, do you want to say what it's about?
Yeah. I mean, I was going to say that basically the money that goes into it now is going to music therapy as well. Yeah. And yeah, well, I mean, it all kind of started from one of our friends from TechFest, ending up with terminal cancer.
Yeah.
I
just like it's nice to give a call out to our condolences to the family and whatnot of Ben Radcliffe as well. It's very sad that friend.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, he's gonna be missed. It's very sad.
He was a beautiful person, and they're a great family. And yeah, it was a few things that he said to me on the last time I saw him. Influenced a few of the lyrics that were put in there, and yeah, man, he died just over a week ago now.
Yeah.
So it's not long, but it's a big old grieving process.
Yeah.
That we're all going through.
Yeah, I only found out he was unwell like not even long before it happened as well. It's just
yeah. Well, he kept it very to himself for the whole time. He didn't want people. Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to well, actually, last thing before we play it, I've sent this to you if you want to read it. I didn't know if you did. I sent the poem that you've got on alongside your track. Don't know if you want to read it, but it would be nice if you read it.
Wait, sorry, you mean the lyrics of the track, yeah?
Yeah, lyrics. Okay, I didn't realize that was lyrics. Okay.
Yeah, they're just the lyrics. I'm not going to read it out. There's I can't. No. Thank you, but I can't.
That's all right. I'll just share the song then. That's all good.
Yeah. See if you can remember how to share screens.
I'm actually just gonna do the audio.
Oh yeah, sorry, of course, I forgot. Yeah.
Or I'm just gonna stop it just before it gets to the end bit anyway. Just finish it.
Oh man, you're
Because that's the
killing
end
me.
of your vocals. That's the end of your vocals. I thought I'd stop
You're
it.
killing me, man. That ending is incredibly important to listen to, but I will allow you to not listen to it right now because I'm quite tired.
I have already played through it multiple times for myself. Anyone else listening, you've got the teaser and you've got till the end of the month to buy it on Bandcamp under the contradictory term. It's the first thing which comes up when you type in the contradictory term into Bandcamp. Easy to find. You know what to do.
Jack, thank you, man. I appreciate that.
That's all good. Give you a little shout out because it's cool. You know, it's you can tell with the not necessarily the lyrics, but the vocal style. It's really it's got that like forceful power to it. It's like really it hits you. You know, it's
was
not like
one take.
Oh yeah, it's real good vocals because I haven't really heard many vocal things from you before, so it was a shock when I heard it. I was like, "Whoa, is that his actual voice? Who's this guy?" It kind of it sounds like Rivers of Nile level. You know, it's really cool. So it was just such a shock.
Well, you know, Rivers of Nile have a big like hold on me anyway. You know, and I've been likened to him at one point. You know, Jake from Rivers is probably one of the most intense lyricists of all time, as well as having an incredible vocal style in a very small range. Okay. You know, his style, he's deaf. You know that, right? So
is that in both ears?
He has a range. Sorry?
Is that in both ears that he's deaf or just partially?
What was that, Jack? Sorry?
Is he deaf in both ears or just partially, like in one ear?
I think it's partial in both, but I'm not 100% sure.
Wow.
Because he just wears hearing aids. So, but you know, Gaz from Next Silver.
Yeah.
He's deaf too.
No way. Do you think it's because of all the live shows? Like
with Gaz, almost definitely is noise related, yeah. But I don't know about Jake.
Okay.
Because I know, yeah, like basically, you know, I really appreciate your likeness to that. I've been likened to convulsing as well, which is a pretty like grindy kind of noise. I've been likened to the band ISIS. Okay. And there's a band called all right.
That got me. That was good. That was good. Yeah.
They were around first. They were around before the horrible movement. Okay, so I've been likened to them. I've been likened to a band called Pelican, who I don't actually know. Someone even likened me to Devil Sold His Soul, which I didn't really understand, but like, fair enough.
Why not? They're good. They're actually good.
I just don't hear it personally, but like, I'm glad that others are, you know, finding likeness within their realms of enjoyment as well. Like,
yeah,
it's kind of the point of it. Like, like I said, it's the first. That was one take. It was my first vocal take professionally ever. So.
As like far different to anything that I've heard from you before as well. You've really like grown into that and developed into that as well, because that's something that you've always been passionate about. You've always, as far as I've known you back, have been into this kind of style, and you've loved it and you've supported it. And I've never seen you work on it, except like some guitar work and bass, but never vocal. So it was a real big kind of shock.
I will have to say a massive thank you to Mayrick from Exist Immortal and Floodgate Audio is where that was all birthed and created. So massive thank you, Mayrick from Exist Immortal, Floodgate Audio. Hats off to them. He does so much work for himself, for the bands that he works with, for the artists, everything. He's just there to help everyone that he can.
All right, Tom. I feel like maybe we should start looking at wrapping up the show for this week. But maybe, do you have any? Give me some recommendations. What are we going with this week? What have you found? What have you discovered? What's new? What's
I've given you recommendations.
Actually, yeah, you've given me loads. To be fair, maybe I should give a recommendation. I kind of backtracked this week a little bit, where I wasn't really discovering too much, and more just kind of going to some of the old classics for me. I've listened to a few new albums, but nothing that really stood out this week.
No, that's fair. You've done Counterparts? Was that a good one you did this week, or was that last week?
I did do Counterparts, actually. That was incredible. I then went back and listened to their whole Discog.
Yeah.
And they've got so much music. It is actually insane how much music they've actually got. I couldn't believe it. It took quite some time to get through it. I then did go through, listen to quite a lot of heavy stuff. I'm so addicted to the odious that I feel like it's like actually a condition at this point. It's you know how I used to be with Radiohead. That's me with the odious now, where I will listen to Vesica Piscus, however you even say the album. Like at least once a day. At least. I know basically the words to the whole album now, and you'll just see me walk around screaming the lyrics constantly.
You're basically paying for them to make rap music now.
Is he making rap music?
Yeah.
Is he? Spencer?
Yeah, well, but two of the guys from the Odious are in Grimm's. They are Grimm Salvo.
Oh, that's funny. I saw that Spencer started a different thing where it's kind of like you pay a subscription to see his content.
I'm there. I'm paying. I'm paying.
Are you?
Yeah.
How good is that content? I've always wanted
to
ask.
Worth every penny.
Yeah. Like, what style of music is it?
It's just Spencer. You're not. It's just Spencer, man. Like, it has a bit of that odious feel, but it has a lot of his like sort of own sort of area. You can't really put a pin on Spencer. He has a bit of a like, what's the word? He's just got an enigmatic musical persona. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, everything about that album is incredible. Basically, anything that band's release is just insanely well written.
You mean Visca Piscus?
Yeah, that's my favorite from him. Well, from them.
From them, yeah. Because that was
I definitely prefer it. That album is on another level.
But what's the one before it? I can't think of the name of it right now.
Hold up. Yeah, I don't know how I don't know it right now. I should know.
It's amazing.
My head. It is, but it's different. It's very different.
I can explain something.
Joint Ventures.
Do you know the story that they're portraying through that album?
No, really, no. I have definitely haven't gone into it as much.
The whole album is based off of the story of Adam and Eve.
Okay. I know it's got, you're on about the first one, yeah? The Joint Ventures.
The first album.
It's got that hilarious breakdown where it's got the preacher. He's like, you think that you're going to go to church on a Sunday and put money, if you're going to put $1 into the jar, and you're going to think that everything between you and God is all sweet. It's all good, bro. And then it's just like absolute brutal drop from there. It's hilarious, actually.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite moments throughout between both albums.
they've got that track called Hail Science on it as well, which is just like that guy.
Yeah, the arpeggiator sound just constantly going through it. Yeah, man. Both albums are phenomenal, but there's just it's what is it? I think it's not Repugnant. Repugnant is incredible, but it's
Repugnant.
Arbiter of Taste, man. Oh, is that how is it? Oh yeah, Arbiter of Taste is just such a song. I love it.
You do remember that I nearly joined them? You do remember that, right?
Yeah, I do know. Yeah, I do remember.
That's just crazy. I learned so much of that stuff. Like, yeah. It taught me a lot. It taught me a lot to learn that kind of music.
Like, incredible guitar work. It's awesome.
Yeah. It's insane.
Absolutely.
Like, and then when I've like, seen how he plays it since, and I'm just like, oh man, I was doing it a bit different. Like, was I making it harder for myself? Or like, it's really interesting because everyone's got their techniques and their like wants of how they want things to sound, and they really hone that in. So yeah, man. Well, I think I'm gonna have to go. I'm exhausted.
That's all good. It's been a good talk, man.
Yeah.
Well, you enjoy the rest of your week. It's cool. I'll have to take a look at these new bands and give you some more feedback on them, especially the existing one. It's quite exciting to listen to.
Yes. Gonna be good. Gonna be a good listening time, sure.
Yeah, and excited to see who we get on next week.
Yeah, we'll see what's good, eh?
Yeah, we'll see what's up. All right, you have a good one, bro. We'll catch you next week.
All right, you too. Take care, mate.